Deep down, you know God exists, but you're running away from him because you don't want to submit to him. You want to be your own boss of your life.
Where did he come from?
He's the infinite, eternal God. Never had a beginning. He's outside of time.
So before he made everything, he was just floating around in space?
God is uncaused. He is eternal. And someday we have to stand before him, and Jesus Christ, his son, is the only way to be saved.
I don't think so. How many religions are there in the world?
There's only one truth.
I know, there's only one true religion. That means all these other people are wasting their time. How do you know you're the right one?
The Bible is the only book in the world that has the complete revelation from beginning to end. Islam acknowledges Jesus as a prophet. Buddhists think he was an enlightened man. Some Hindus might think he was a god amongst other gods. But Jesus said that he is the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father but by him. Can you create me a rose or a bird? I asked you. Why not? If it's not intelligently designed, how come you can't create a bird or a rose? Now, there's a variation within the kind. Animals can adapt to their environment.
Well, then how do they die? How do they get extinct?
There's no evidence from like single cell to a man. This universe is order and design. Have you ever told a lie? I have. What's that make you? A liar. Like me, I've lied too. You ever stolen anything?
Sure.
What's that make you? A thief? I've stolen. You ever taken God's name in vain? Use it flippantly?
Sure.
Look at a woman with lust? You have.
Sure.
If God were to judge you, you would be a liar, thief, a blasphemer, and an adulterer at heart.
Which means I'm never going to heaven.
Wait. There's hope for you though. If God were to judge you by that standard, would you be innocent or guilty? I would be guilty completely.
Nobody says that's his law.
Oh, it's his law. He's written it on our hearts. You know intuitively it's wrong to lie, wrong to steal, wrong to hate someone. You know that because God has put it on your heart. You and I are his creation. We broke his law. Jesus paid the fine.
That's his law.
So we can go free. We can go free, man. This is good news. I promise you, Jesus Christ is Lord and Savior. You have to give an account.
You might think something's immoral, and I might think it isn't.
You have to give an account to God. Morality is absolute because God has given the standard. If it's just relative to what you think is good and bad, why is it wrong?
Some people think it's good.
But why? Who cares? If there's no ultimate standard, why does it matter?
It doesn't.
It does matter. So God has given us his ultimate standard.
When you die, what's going to happen? Buried just like anybody else.
Well, I'm going to be resurrected from the dead, as Jesus taught.
How are you going to do that?
Because there's going to be two resurrections, the Bible teaches. The just and the unjust.
In the beginning, God created heaven and earth, right?
Right.
And what did he do?
He created everything else, too.
Right. Why did he create the sun first, so we could see what he was doing?
The Lord is not limited by our understandings. God can see in the dark.
What was he doing before he made us?
He's eternal, man.
What was he doing?
He's self-existent.
What was he doing?
Self-existent.
1,000 years before he made us.
He's self-existent.
He's self-existent. So am I.
No, you were created. You were brought into being.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah, you was. Me and you were brought into existence by our parents, right? We were created.
That's right. Not by God. Not by God.
But God made Adam and Eve in the beginning, and he gave them the reproduction to be able to produce. Scientifically, humans can only produce humans. Apes can only produce apes.
Well, not really.
Dogs can only produce dogs. Frogs can only produce frogs. That's scientific.
Give me one real proof there was a God. One real proof.
That building? How do you know there was a builder?
Because I can feel it.
Because the building's there.
Because you can feel it. Because you can see it.
Did you see it? Okay. Do you see the builder of that building?
Yeah. Do you?
No. Do you see the builder who built that?
No.
Okay, but how do you know that?
People did.
But how do you know there was a builder though?
Because somebody saw it.
Because you could see the building, right?
No, because a lot of people saw the guy build it.
You know there was a builder because you see it.
So
let's say you're in the woods on a hike and you see a painting on a tree. Even if you never saw that painter, how do you know there was a painter to that painting?
Because it's there.
Because it's there. So when you see the sun, the moon, the stars, flowers, animals, birds,
the ocean, I know they were there.
That means a creator. The faces on Mount Rushmore. Did that happen by accident or did somebody design that?
Somebody designed it.
Okay. If you believe mere rocks were designed, what about our faces? Our faces were designed too.
Not everything was designed.
Our faces are way more complex than some rocks. We have trillions of cells in our body. One cell is more complex than a space shuttle. Life cannot come from non-life, only if God does it. Can I shake your hand?
No.